Hi everyone, Vlad here for another video. Today's video is going to be, as you can tell from the title, for people that want to visit Dubai but that are on a budget. It's not words that really go together, budget and Dubai, but there are ways that you can make it a trip that does not break your entire bank. This topic has been suggested by Shalaka Kadian. Really sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm used to people butchering my name, even though it's a four-letter word. But in any case, yeah, let's get into it. Right, I was trying to give you guys a nice artistic view from my balcony, but the lighting completely sucks. So now you get a nice view of my, I think it's IKEA, I'm not sure. They were there when I first arrived. That lamp, which is great. And me, of course, and you can kind of see my trophy here. Yeah, well, it's a football trophy. Anyways, so you've decided to come to Dubai. Well, that's a wise choice. It's a nice city. It's a nice place to come, either to live in or either to come as a tourist. Now you don't want to break the bank, so what can you do? Well, I'll try to help you out. I mean, your first step is going to be to book your ticket. I think that Expedia is an okay site, expedia.com, and you get some packages here and there. The Sky Scanner, which I think is the best because it looks really at all the possibilities for you to book a flight. Obviously, if you live in a country further away, it's going to cost you more than if you live next door. If you come from Turkey to Dubai, it's going to cost you less than if you come from Canada to Dubai. It's just common sense. I don't need to explain you guys why. It's just how the world works. I've traveled a lot on Qatar Airways, and I could say that they're quite good, and they seem to have a lot of deals all the time. So you guys should check it out, qatar.com or well, not qatar.com, what am I saying? Just Google Qatar Airways, and you guys can have a look at that. There's also Emirates that is quite good as well. They tend to be a bit more expensive though. But they're pretty good airlines. Turkish Airways, they used to be good. I flew with them not long ago, and it was a bit garbagey. I'm not gonna lie. I used to really like them, but yeah, the quality went down for some reason. Step 2, you will want to find a hotel. If you're on a budget, you will want to stay away from big chains and hotels on the on the Palm, especially, because those will definitely break your bank, and you will go home pretty sad because you're not going to have any money left in your bank account. So the good way to go about picking a hotel is to really look for hotel apartments, either in the marina, either in Greens, either in T-Com. Those are the kind of the key touristic spots, places that you will want to look at. And they are really close by the beach and the malls and all that good stuff that you come for in Dubai. Going to shopping malls is really a sport here. I don't understand why. I don't understand how come people have so much time on their hands that it's an activity, it's a hobby to go to the mall every single day. I hope you guys don't come solely for that, but if you do, yeah, you can enjoy a bit of shopping here and there. Why not? So yeah, stay away from big chains. You can also check out Airbnb. I know it works quite well here. It's also a good alternative for you guys if you want to come for a week. I think a week is good enough for Dubai. If I have to be honest, there's quite a few things to see, but a week gives you plenty of time to do everything that you need to do. Step 3. If you want to rent a car, which I kind of recommend because there's other things to see, not in Dubai, like if you want to go to Al Ain, if you want to go to Oman, if you want to go to Abu Dhabi, I think it's a good way to travel, and it's quite cheap as well because there's just so many of these companies, so many rental car companies. You have Avis, you have Europcar, you have Indigo, you have Thrifty, you have just so many of them. So they charge about between 50, I'm talking about economic cars, or even like 39 dirhams a day to like 100 dirhams if you want a bigger car. My suggestion here is not to go with the most cheap one, even though it sounds attractive. 39 dirhams is almost like $10 for a car, but the car that you will get is literally, I'm not even kidding about this, it has bicycle wheels. It's like the Hyundai i10 or i1, whatever it's called, and essentially the wheels are this size. So if you have a big truck that goes next to you, it just looks like the car's gonna shake and it's gonna just fly away or just disintegrate itself. It's just a big disaster on the road. So just try to spend that extra 20 dirhams or 30 dirhams and go with like a Hyundai Elantra, or if you want to go with more economic one, then you go with the Yaris. I don't know why the Yaris sounds like a disease. Like, hey, you got the Yaris, man. It just sounds like a bad name for a car, but it's just such a popular car. So you can go with Yaris or you can go with Lancer. I've driven a Lancer myself for about a year. It wasn't a really great experience. I wouldn't recommend it, but if it's for a week, it's fine. It will get you from point A to point B, and you're insured and all that sweet stuff. Although you will obviously need your passport and your driver's license from back home. And I know that certain countries in South America and certain countries in Africa, you might need an additional driver's license or an additional like permit or whatnot. So you might want to check that out before you come here, and then you're about to rent and they tell you, oh, sorry sir, you need that special paper, and then you start throwing a fit, and you start going crazy because you can't rent your car. Step 4, things to see on a budget. Right, so you're on a budget but you just don't want to do 7 days of beach, which is understandable. The things that you have to do, I think, and the things I recommend to everyone that come here for the first time, is a desert safari. You have so many different companies. I'm not going to name anyone in particular, but you can just type desert safari tours Dubai in Google, and then you will see a list. I think if you spend more than 500 dirham per head on these type of trips, I think you're paying too much. I think you could find some nice enough ones at 450. So what that will include is that they will pick you up at your hotel. They will bring you to the camping site, and you'll do a bit of dune bashing. So if you have a weak heart, I would tell the driver, hey, well, let's not go too crazy on that dune bash because I still want to live. Then they get you to a desert camp, and then you get to eat. You get to enjoy a show. Sometimes the show is really bad. Sometimes it's really good. It's really hit or miss because they have some belly dancers and some other acrobats and whatnot. So it's all in good fun, but overall it's a cool experience to see the desert for real. Like, that's a fun experience. You get to climb, the sand dunes and all that. You get some nice cheeky shots, pictures, this and whatnot. So very fun, very cool. A really nice thing to do. Another nice thing to do is to go to Abu Dhabi and go have a look at the Sheikh Zayed Mosque. I think it's nice to just take in a bit of the culture of the country of the UAE. And you get to see the architecture, you get to see a bit of history, and it's quite impressive. It's a massive mosque. So yeah, have a look at that. Obviously, you can go to our many different malls. I don't get so much the appeal, but if there's one mall you guys can check out and should check out is the Dubai Mall, because at the same time you can go to the Burj Khalifa, you could do a tour. Although, pro tip, instead of doing the tour, and you have to actually call in earlier to make sure that you have a spot, or because if you show up it's more expensive. It's like 400 dirham. If you call in advance, it's half that price. But if you want to be a smart cookie, you can actually go to a restaurant or a lounge called Atmosphere. That's at the top. That's actually even higher than if you actually do the tour. It's really at the top. So it's like a cigar lounge, bar lounge, whatnot. If you want tables, it works that way. If you want tables closer to the window, you have to do a minimum spend of 150 dirhams. If you want tables that aren't close to the window, it's just whatever. You could just drink whatever you want. You can drink a juice, you can drink cocktails, whatever. You can go crazy, but you can actually see the whole view. You won't get the whole tour like, oh, this was built in that year, this is how many people that we had, and this is the steel and all that. But you can Google that stuff, and then So I think it's a better experience, especially if you go with your girlfriend or whatnot. That's actually quite a good tip. I hope you guys enjoy that one. Step 5, avoid the tourist traps. What I mean by that is anything that has to do with swimming with dolphins, anything that has to do with helicopter rides or seaplane rides, or things that just cost too much. And as you're paying it, you're like, am I getting Am I really getting my money's worth here? Well, if you have to ask that question, then you probably aren't getting your money's worth. I mean, I've done all of those except the dolphin thing. It's at the Atlantis. You can do any of the dolphin activities away from Dubai. I mean, I think it would just be cheaper that way, because I mean, swimming with dolphin here, swimming with dolphin in Mexico or any other place, I don't know. I don't get the appeal of that. If you're on a budget, steer clear from that thing. Steer clear also away from like the spas and the things that cost too much. I mean, the good way to go about those is to go on Groupon, and there's tons of deals, so just go crazy on those. You can even rent a Ferrari for 25% of its original price. That's a really good advice. If you want to do these type of activities, just go on Groupon and just, you know, go crazy on there. Just book everything through there. That will make you steer clear from all the tourist traps that you might encounter in Dubai. Step 6, and it's kind of an advice, respect the culture, respect your surroundings when you are in Dubai, whether you're on a budget or not. Remember that you're in a Muslim country, that there's certain rules that need to be followed, not followed, but just kind of observed. Don't get too drunk. That's rule number 1. Don't get too overly drunk in public. Because if you get in trouble with someone else and there's a fight or whatnot, and then the police comes if you're intoxicated, and if the other person isn't, and that person started a fight, but you're intoxicated, then you kind of have no say in the matter. So just always have to be mindful of that. Just obviously enjoy party, but just remember you're not back home. Just try to do it in a more casual way, I would say. That would if I had to give one advice, that would be it. Yeah, that one. Don't be too drunk. All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please smash that like button. Smash that. Just sounds bad. Just drop a like. If you're new, please subscribe and leave me a comment in the comment section below if you have any more questions. Once again, I will get through your emails as soon as I can. I'm already answering back a few of them. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.